Hello. In this video, we will demonstrate how reviewing IRB liaisons can create a study in IREx. From the home page, click the Create a Study button. Enter the study title and select a sponsor. A brief summary of the study and/or the National Clinical Trials number can also be entered if available. Throughout study setup, click Continue to proceed to the next step. Next, upload a protocol and enter the protocol version number. The protocol will automatically be marked as a draft. Other study documents, such as consent forms, may be uploaded when creating the study, or they can be added later when uploading the overall study approval. Review all information and click Save to create the study. After creating the study, the IREx checklist appears on the left. This checklist includes the steps to setting up the study in IREx. First, click the Complete IREx Setup button. There are 5 sections of the IREx setup. First is the study setup, which asks whether the lead site is also at the reviewing IRB institution, whether local considerations will be captured in IREx, and if so, how consent forms will be handled for the relying sites. You can also indicate you want IREx to notify sites to update their local considerations if necessitated by a study change during a study-wide amendment. If desired, you can set a time frame for when your sites should submit updates. Using a time frame will not limit when sites can submit updates. It is simply used as a suggestion in notifications. Indicate if you would like to allow whoever is uploading approvals to be able to turn off the approval notifications on an approval by approval basis. The next section asks about the agreements offered and required on the study. Indicate whether your institution will offer the Smart IRB Agreement version 3. A one-off or other reliance agreement, such as an IAA or MOU, can also be offered. If this is your institution's first other reliance agreement in IREx, click to add a new one and indicate whether it is a broad agreement that can be used on any study where your institution is the SIRB, or whether it is specific to this study. A name and short name, as well as the template agreement, are required. Next, indicate whether indemnification is required on the study. If so, the next question asks whether indemnification is executed separately from the reliance agreement. If indemnification is included in the reliance agreement, answer this question no. However, if indemnification is required and the SMART IRB agreement is being used, answer yes, because the SMART IRB agreement does not include indemnification. Then add a new indemnification agreement or use one that is already in IREx. If needed, add multiple indemnification agreements. You may, for example, need to add the SMART indemnification addendum and another indemnification agreement. Finally, if the SMART IRB plus an other reliance agreement is being offered and indemnification is required, confirm if the sites signing the other reliance agreement need to complete the separate indemnification. Typically, the answer will be no, because indemnification would be included in that agreement. Next, confirm the site instructions for executing required agreements. An optional IREx notification can be sent to sites requesting they execute any incomplete agreements for the study. This email is triggered from the status summary page and can be sent by the lead study team and/or the SIRB or the SIRB only. IREx provides template instructions that can be previewed. Or to include your institution's unique instructions as an attachment, use this option. Next, confirm the site instructions for completing the single IRB process. This allows SIRBs to confirm or tailor instructions sites receive when the lead study team grants site access to the study in IREx. IREx provides template instructions that can be previewed, or to include unique instructions as an attachment, use this option. SIRBs can also include additional documents they would like to share with relying sites, such as reviewing IRB SOPs, reviewing IRB communication plans, Part 2 consent form templates, and guidance for completing consent forms. These documents will be housed in a Documents tab, and relying sites will be instructed on how to retrieve them in their IREx Access email. Review all information and click Save to submit. Next, identify the lead study team contacts and the primary SIRB liaison for the study. From the checklist, click Confirm Primary Study Contacts. First, designate a study manager for the study. The IREx study manager is typically coordinating center staff or a lead study coordinator. Please note you must enter a study manager first. Then you may enter the study PI. If the PI is also the study manager, use the Is PI checkbox to indicate this. Next, designate the primary reviewing IRB liaison or liaisons that need to receive study notifications. All SIRB liaisons will retain full access to and permissions on the study in IREx. The primary liaison and email preferences may be updated at any time. Finally, review the information and click Save to submit. Next, confirm the study-specific reliance plan or SSRP. From the checklist, click Confirm SSRP. The SSRP is used to document how flexible elements of the Smart IRB agreement will be implemented as outlined in the Smart IRB Implementation Checklist and Documentation tool. The answers are pre-populated based on the responses to Section 4 of the institutional profile. However, they may be modified for this study and individual sites if needed. Click Submit to finalize the SSRP for the study. Please note that if only a non-SMART IRB agreement is used for the study, the Confirm SSRP step will not appear. In this instance, the SSRP is redundant as the reliance agreement will cover all site-specific elements of the study. Next, if local considerations are being collected in IREx, confirm the study elements. Select all the study elements that apply to this study. Whatever elements are indicated here will populate into the relying sites HRP surveys from their institutional profiles. If there are specific questions you would like to include in either the HRP and/or the PI surveys, choose Other and type in your question or study element as it should appear on the survey for relying sites. Up to 5 other elements may be added for the HRP survey and 5 for the PI survey. Elements may be edited as needed each time a study-wide amendment approval is uploaded into IREx. For more information on how this feature works, please view the Automating Local Considerations overview. Study setup is now complete. What happens next? The reviewing IRB or study manager can upload the overall study approval, publish the approval, thereby making study documents visible to relying sites once they have access to the study in IREx, and add participating sites. To help reduce the SIRB burden, IREx recommends the study manager complete these tasks. SIRB liaisons can access videos about how to do each of these steps from the resources link in IREx. From the IREx homepage, click Resources, then click Reviewing IRB. Here, all of our single IRB resources are available. For questions about using IREx as the reviewing IRB, please email us at admin@irbexchange.org. Thanks for watching.